Hello, this is Adam with Daily Grind Digital, and today we are going to go over using the video section in the DGD Crusade Shopify theme. So right here on the screen, you can see the video section, and here's the video section added on the left here. And of course, I might should use a little bit better of an image, but for example purposes, I will just continue moving forward here. Sorry, I had to move my face out of the way, as you might have seen in another video or two. So if we click into the video section, first just note that there's no block settings. As you can see in like the rich text and multi-column, they have blocks. There's no block settings, it's just the section settings itself. So if you click in the video, the first settings you have here is text container width. So this is going to control the text container width. And what that is going to do is you can either align wide or full with gutters. Wide is going to adjust the content to your max content width in your theme settings, which is another video, but theme settings is right here. Under layout, you can find those settings. But if you go to full screen, you can see that this area does not go past the video because the video is set to align wide, which is the max content width that we've set in the theme settings. But if we go back in here and we do full with gutters, what that's going to do is it is going to extend it all the way to the gutter that's set, which is beyond the max content width. So you can see that it's aligned a little bit outside of that area now, just so you know the difference there. And you also have text alignment. So if I want to align it center or align it right, I do have that ability for this section. So just know that that is available. And then you have your heading, of course. So this is the text that you're seeing here. So you can add a heading if you want. If you want no heading at all, just erase everything out and you can still use the section without having a heading. And then you have your cover image, which is what you're seeing here. This is the image the user will, of course, see until they hit the play button and actually play the video. You have your image horizontal, vertical position, both on desktop, and then you have your mobile below that. And what that'll do is it'll allow you to slightly adjust the image if you need to make it look appropriate on both desktop and mobile. So ideally, hopefully your image just kind of falls right into place. But sometimes if it doesn't, these settings will really help you to make that image look as good as it can on both desktop and mobile. So depending on the image, you may not notice these settings actually change anything. So for example, this particular image I'm using, it's not taller than the area that it's in. So if I try to adjust it higher or lower, you don't see any change here. But this image is wider than the area that it's in. So if I want to move it more to the right, I can, or if I want to move it more to the left, I can. You can see that image shift there. Of course, this one kind of lines up real good right in the middle. So you also have that on mobile. So if I go to mobile here, and you'll be able to see that this position will change if I adjust those settings. So just note that if you don't see change in one of these settings, it's not that it's not broke, it's just that your image is actually falling right within the area that is on within the section, and it's actually fitting perfectly, which is a good thing. So you have that. For the URL, this supports YouTube, Vimeo, and Wistia URLs that you can put in here, and it will load it through a lightbox, which is optimal for site performance, which is why we are doing it this way. You have your video alt text, which is just text to describe the video. It's good for SEO purposes, good for accessibility purposes, screen readers, things of that nature. So we covered those. Max video height on desktop and mobile. So right here, if you want a different dimension for your image, then you can adjust this. As you see, if I put it way up, that's going to make this more of a vertical image, or you can find that kind of middle ground, whatever works for you. Of course, me pulling this all the way down makes it more of a square, and this image is more of a square dimension, a 1x1. So this causes it to fit nicely. And you have the same for your desktop settings. So if I go back to desktop, And here we are at that section. So you can make that video height larger if you want to, or you can make it smaller. So that will impact um, your image as well. So, all right, next you have your video alignment. So align wide again is going to make the entire video align to the max content width set in your theme settings. So note where the video is from left to right now, how it appears on a full screen versus if we do align full or align full with gutters. You'll notice align full is going to make it stretch the entire width of the screen for laptops, for example, when someone gets to the site on a desktop, a laptop. So that is the difference there. And you have your background. So if you want this on a different background color, then you can do that. Maybe you want to use one of your theme primary colors. Again, these color settings are set up in theme settings as well. There's a video going over all the theme settings, so just look for that on our website, and you can see the theme settings area right here if you just want to go take a look around on your own. So I'm going to switch it back to white. Then you have your padding top, padding bottom, which is just how much area is between this and the section above or the section below. So if I add extra large, you can see a little bit of padding was added in this area. And the same would happen for padding bottom. And then you have remove margin bottom, which gets rid of all of the margin between this section and the section below it. So actually, I believe this section right here is actually got margin bottom removed. That is why whenever we go to the padding small on top, that it's so close to this section. There would be a different spacing if we went into this section right here, which is a rich text section, and unchecked that remove margin bottom, just as you'll see the difference here when we uncheck the remove margin bottom. So next, I guess, lastly, I'll show you what the video looks like. So if you click play, this is a YouTube video. So you have all of your normal video settings, your play, your volume. You can't really see the speed settings and the subtitles there. You have make it full screen option there, and of course the X share. So that's your settings, and then you may be interested what that looks like on mobile. So we'll switch to a mobile screen. Looks very similar. It's very usable. It's user friendly. If they want to hit the full screen option and then turn their phone sideways so they can view it in more of a a larger layout to see the video. It's easy to do. It's very usable, and yeah, so that is the video section, and now you're that much more prepared to use the DGD Crusade Shopify theme to maximize your site performance.